Nazi company hears the commotion and turn back. They are surprised by the carnage, but a dying Sodder shows them the gold. Greed lights up in their eyes as they also decide to go after the man. They use their tank to bomb the man, but they miss. His horse is such a lifesaver and he goes out of range. Unknown to him, he has just walked into a minefield. The horse triggers a mine and gets blown to pieces. The gold miner wakes up and mourns his horse for half a minute. He then remembers the gold, which is now scattered all over the place. He is still collecting it and putting it in the bags when the platoon arrives. Their eyes are wet with desire for the shining gold, but they let him collect it for them. Once done, he picks an extra stone and stares at the soldiers about to shoot him. Using the stone, he triggers a landmine and receives a barrage of bullets, which he narrowly escapes using an impenetrable shield. This man might be a god or something else out of this world. The commander asks a soldier to follow him and check. He gets hit in the head with a landmine and blows up in pieces. The commander sends 2 more soldiers and they both get blown by landmines. They decide to tie up the captive girls and make them trigger the landmines instead. The commander picks up a dog tag and they call base to confirm the man's identity. They find that he is a Finnish commando who went rogue and lives as a one-man death squad. The commander learns that his name is Koshai in Russian, meaning the immortal. The allure of the gold is too much though, and there is no turning back. Koshai comes upon a burned truck. A man lies inside the smoking vehicle, dead. Koshai decides to check his gunshot wounds, filling them up with dirt to stop the bleeding. He faints from blood loss and only wakes up when the tank rolls up on the road. He is lucky they do not see him immediately, but the sniffer dogs are onto him. He cannot stay there, so he grabs onto the truck and gets pulled along to cut off his scent. He punctures the gas tank and the dogs lose track. He tries to run but gets shot in the leg. He is a crazy man and he sets himself on fire to scare the dogs set upon him. He then disappears into the nearby river, but how long can a man hold his breath? Definitely not forever. The commander sends soldier to get the gold from the drowning man. This is no normal man. He slits the soldier's throat and steals his air. More soldiers jumps in, but no one is coming out alive or with the gold. He steers the boat from underwater and makes it to the other side. With a corpse on his back, he runs from the turret gun's shots and barely survives. As fate would have it, his little doggy is found by the evil soldiers. Will this be his Achilles heel? The man walks by night and arrives in his town. He cannot believe his eyes as he watches the whole town goes up in flames. Nazi destruction is indescribable. He finds shelter in a nearby gas station. It has been blown up pretty bad too, but he is too fatigued to care and he is bleeding out. He struggles to stay awake, but his hand slips as he passes out. When he comes to his senses, a dog is barking in the distant night. His little doggy comes running and yelping to him. Peculiarly, it has dynamite strapped to its sides. Koshai tries to remove the dynamite in a hurry, but it blows up in his face, knocking him out. The soldiers tie a noose around his head and hang him up without much ceremony. They even leave his tools on to add weight and kill him faster. Is it over for Koshai? Is he just a man? The commander thinks so, and puts a single gold rock in his pocket. Koshai is not dead, not even close. He tries to get a footing after they leave. He lets a sticking iron into his open wound to hoist himself so he can breathe.